Hello readers, I'm Amy, and a little while ago I went to Las Vegas. Las Vegas is known for its neon lights. I went to Meow Wolf and I went to the Neon Museum, which was really amazing. We got to do this historic walkthrough of the signs and then go to a show where lights are basically projected onto the signs because the signs don't work anymore. So, inspiration for that, I decided that I would talk about my neon books. Now, I don't really own neon. This is the brightest shirt that I could find in my closet, but we're gonna go with it. I have some neon books here, or books with neon elements, so just thought it'd be fun to talk about them. And if you're interested in the Neon Museum or in Meow Wolf, I have 2 Las Vegas vlogs that I can link here, and if I still have some of the footage on my computer, I can put in some of the Neon Museum footage as well. But where do I want to start here? Most of these are yellow because yellow, well, not that there's a lot of yellow books, but when you go for a yellow book, you usually go for it, and yellow is just naturally a really bright color. But I'm going to start out with the Psychopath Test, which I think is a great one to start with because it's got like this plain kind of vintage black and white side, and then you have the bright yellow and pink, so it's already got a really awesome contrast on the cover there. It's been several years since I've read this, but I know it was talking about the different ways that we test for psychopathy and how a lot of that really has to do more with social perspective than whether or not people are actually psychopaths. I should probably put this on my list of books to reread because it had some really interesting ideas in there, and you just learn a lot about how to test people and their psychology. This author was also the one who did So You've Been Publicly Shamed, which I haven't read yet, but I'm still hearing about, and he did a couple of other really interesting social commentary books. So if you're into social commentary, John Ronson's one to check out. Then I have 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo. This is a nonfiction where the author followed the lives of 3 women over, 8 years? This cover is not the brightest, but I picked this because of the spine. Hopefully my lighting isn't going to completely wash everything out, but this is like a really, somewhere between a pastel yellow and a neon yellow, or like a neon pastel yellow. That's a color, right? Is neon pastel? Has to be a color. Then we're going to have 2 of the books that really helped inspire this tag outside of the Neon Museum. One of those is Butts, A Backstory. I did read this year and I had a really good time with it. We are talking about Sarah Bartman and Kim Kardashian and everything in between, and just society and its obsession with butts, particularly in the last couple of years, if you have looked at social media at all. You can see this one much better than the other spine, but this is like that tennis ball color. Apparently people have a lot of arguments as to whether tennis balls are yellow or green. I'm on the side of more green, but really there are in-between colors, and this is like a perfect tennis ball color. And then the other book that helped inspire this tag was We Ride Upon Sticks by Quan Berry. This is probably what I would say my most neon cover. It is like, it is so neon pink. It's probably the most neon thing I own in this entire house. It's even in my little screen on my camera, it just really seems to be jumping out. This is a lacrosse team or a field hockey team, I don't remember. But they're trying to win and they end up doing some witchcraft to make it happen, and you follow along with how that turns out. That was a good time. I remember really enjoying that one. And then this one I buddy read with Hillary from Melted Books a couple of years back. That is The Lady from the Black Lagoon. I really love how the lettering kind of interacts with the cover. The artwork is gorgeous, and it's this really bright limey green with a nice kind of teal blue color. So I thought that this was really bright and fun. And nonfiction is really starting to get some good covers in the last couple of years, which is really nice to see. Another buddy read with Hillary recently was Yellowface. This is my Illumicrate edition. I ended up moving over all of my tabs from the original book that I had to the Illumicrate one. Just so yellow. This isn't exactly highlighter yellow. This is a bit more of a canary yellow, or just a warmer yellow. So it's not necessarily neon, but it's so incredibly yellow that I had to put it on this list. Because as I said, yellow tends to be a really, really bright kind of highlighter color, I feel like, naturally. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about is The Writing Retreat. I have not read this one yet. It is on my list. I'm hoping for kind of late fall when it's really getting chilly, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to wait that long. To me, it sounded somewhat similar to Kill Creek, where you have a bunch of authors who are in this cabin in the woods and things start happening. And I picked this because while the whole book itself isn't that bright, it's very much got this like neon green writing on it. And this cover makes me cold just looking at it, and I love that. And I think the neon somehow makes it even colder. I don't know how that works, but it does. Dropping in here super quick, because if you know me, you know I always forget something. And I forgot vampire book, The Return by Rachel Harrison. This is my second favorite of hers after Cackle. It's got a neon pink cover that actually matches me really well. I think I was talking to Meg from Reading with Meg the other day about how The Return felt like my first extreme horror, and it's definitely not extreme horror, and she laughed her ass off when I said that. But the description of the vampire in here just gets very, very gruesome and gross, and that felt extreme to me. I don't know that extreme horror is ever going to be my genre. I don't know that I'm quite that brave, but this is the book that I forgot to talk about. So I believe that is it for my list of neon books. This video was a little shorter than I thought it would be, but it was fun. If you go to Vegas, I highly recommend Meow Wolf unless you're super sensitive to like flashing lights, but Neon Museum would be my #1 visiting recommendation for Vegas. I think it works for all ages. It would be interesting to everyone. Do the Double the Glow experience. You want to get the historic walkthrough followed by the jackpot show. It's amazing, I promise. That's going to be it from me. So please like, subscribe, be my friend on social media, follow all this chaos. I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends.